Welcome back. My name's Walter Emerald, and this is why Starcraft and real estate are so connected. If you haven't seen some of my previous videos, then you know I'm deep into real estate trading, building wealth, but I also play video games. So let's dive into Starcraft right now. This is a game I've always played since the original Starcraft came out, and I've been like, and maybe you as a gamer are thinking, how do you justify this, right? How do you justify playing games if you're an entrepreneur, if you're building a business? It's been actually pretty simple. Real estate in Starcraft are strategy. It's all about how you build. And so I choose the Zerg. Often Zerg are a pretty aggressive race. Their units are weaker than some of the other races. And so you have a disadvantage, but you do have some really cool features to the Zerg where it'll come out and play later on. So anyway, here's how this relates to real estate. First, you have these little people. I like to think of them as tenants. These are your tenants who are collecting resources. And if you look at the map, you can see the map over here in the bottom left corner. You have these great locations. In real estate, it's all about location, location, location. Normally, I play a little bit faster before the description. Let me slow down just a little bit. Now I've got an opponent, and they're sitting over here somewhere. I don't know quite, what they're up to, but my first step is usually create a few more tenants. I like to get a few more people going out there and creating resources, but I've maxed out. You can see my supply up here. I've maxed out the amount of tenants I can have in this building. So what I do is I go and I create more of these overlords, which creates the ability to have more tenants. This building is an income stream. This is the asset producing income stream that has a cap at 16. So it can only produce a certain amount of resources. Just like in your business, you have to have some form of income stream. Without that, you die. Now with the Zerg, you have to keep upgrading. So this is an upgrade to keep the building and give me more access to more tools. So it's like your business, you want to expand and get access to more resources, not just financial resources, but more options. The reason I'm moving these overlords around is because I want to see what's going on the map. In fact, I'm going to move them over close to where my opponent lies. And I'm going to put one right here strategically in a place they're likely not to go right away. This first base will hit quickly. And then this third base, only if they want to expand and really take over some map. Now, I'm not an aggressive player. I really like to see people thrive. I like to see them do well. And so I attempt not to destroy buildings. I just want to acquire more resources. So you see I'll expand and give myself another income generating property over here. They're also the Zerg, so they're coming out to check me out, which is cool. They're going to find that I'm pretty laid back, but I've got a little bit of resource activity going. They're probably building guys to fight me right now. So I'm just going to build a defense. And the defense really is the metaphor in life as a real estate investor is you got to hold your position. Like, I don't want to go out and destroy anybody. If he sends somebody against me, it's just like him trying to buy my building, him trying to buy my territory. I'm not letting it up. If you let go of your real estate, you end up out of the game. And in real estate, it's the same thing. You cannot let go of your properties. You've got to hold them no matter what happens to you, no matter how the struggle gets. And so we're going to get a little extra resources this way, get access to more people. So this is networking. This queen here is going to go hook me up with some more people that can do some labor for us. And I'm going to take these 3 people and put them over here. This is an extra resource. And this is like cryptocurrency, right? Think of gas as cryptocurrency. Think of these minerals as cash. Right now we need a lot of cash, but in the end, you're going to need a lot of crypto as well. So we're just stacking up people. They're telling me I need more tenants, more apartment buildings. So I'm going to build some more of these, drop them into key locations so that I can expand later on and keep an eye on what's going on the map. So now I've got a second business. This is just true with any entrepreneur. You want to keep growing your businesses. This queen is a manager. She's going to be out here managing my people, protecting them, defending them, and then encouraging them to produce more. So here we go, produce more. Thank you, queen. And we're going to have her come out here and scout and get a little bit more creep. So this creep speeds us up. So this is a lot like your business. Within your sphere of ability, you have more speed. Just like my characters here can move a little bit faster on the creep. We're upgrading the building. And there's another building that I want to bring in at this point. And this roach den allows me to create a different type of warrior in case in case I'm sent some unfriendly units. So now we're going to use shortcuts to power up both bases at the same time. Here we go. Some unfriendly units, just what I was expecting. So we're actually going to send some workers out there to defend the queen. And another queen over here. We'll make sure that this gets cleaned up nice. And hopefully we'll just create some cheap units. Get rid of them quick, pull her back, protect her over here. We got this nice defensive unit that's going to take them right out. Awesome. Yeah, the too small for her. She can handle it. So we'll expand some more of the creep. Awesome. So I'm a little annoyed that they came in so quickly, aggressively, but they didn't hit us with a lot of units. That was just a distraction tactic, which means they're buying time. They're looking for some more resources, some more tools, but they're not expanding, right? So they're not coming out to this base. This could be a newer player, which is cool. For me, I like to take as much base space as I possibly can. This is going to bother them. See me take over some of their location. Excellent. Yep, they just blew through my people. No problem. We'll get another queen over there, and we'll get some roaches. The roaches are a stronger unit, but we'll send some workers to kill this guy. This happens in business too. Sometimes you have players out there, people in the game who just want to see you fail. And so instead of them focusing on their own resources, building their own business, they'll actually go out and try to attack you and take you down, hurt you where they think you're vulnerable. That's all right. They don't know that we're building a nice defense here. You got to defend your money. You got to defend your resources. In life and in video games, it's all about the same. So now we know we got a decent defense going. We'll build up a little bit more of an army with roaches, but we're playing the game a little bit slow. We're going to want to speed this up. Make sure we're taking out the right enemies here strategically. Go after the weak. Excellent. We'll pull them back. Here we go. Buy some time. Pull our queens back a little bit. Now the cavalry has arrived. Excellent. Excellent. So we've defended the base, which is nice, but it's only temporary. They're going to start sending some more resources. They're going to update. You can see here they're throwing in a nice base. So that's one thing I don't like to see. I don't want to see them expand too much because it means that they're getting more resources. And if you have a volatile enemy, somebody who wants to see you suffer or doesn't want to see you do well, you kind of got to limit their growth. You can't let them get too big. It's the same, real estate investing. We're constantly thinking, oh, so they took a base over here, or they're doing something in that arena. So not having clear view of what's going on is hurting. You got to keep an eye on your competition. You don't got to wish them harm, but just keep an eye on where things are. Spread, build a little creep. All right, I think it's time to really maximize the amount of units we have. Same in business, maximize units. Let's get some more queens, more managers. We gotta make sure there's enough Indians. And we'll maximize this here. So now we got the ability to build another building that's gonna upgrade this building. So sometimes the resources, sometimes the strategies you take into play upgrade multiple things. At a point with excess time on our hands, look, we got too many people on that creep, too many people on these minerals. We had too much time. It makes sense to go and spread out some of the work. So building extra buildings to give us some options down the road. Hydralisk Den, go into Spire, get the Infestor Pit. And since he seems to be staying land, I will upgrade the land units, but most likely probably going air to defend the base here. So we're going to go with a little bit of a siege unit. This is the swarm host, the nasty creatures. Anybody who sees one show up on their base gets annoyed. Let's see how we're defending. Yeah, so he's still staying ground units, which is a bad move on his part. We'll keep building our defenses back. Anytime they take us down, we show our resolve, and we'll upgrade to air units just in case he gets clever. I'll drop some back here because they like to go after your resources. And we're going to create a lot of workers now. It's a big push to get the work done. We're going to need some more rental units. We'll just store them back here. Excellent. So he did go air. See how, yep, he went air. He's going after one unit. That gives me time to create my defense. And then a flash switch to hydralisks. We'll bring them in place, hopefully fast enough. So he did get a few of those. He got a few off. He may take that building out, but these are going to grow fast enough to take him out. Let's defend the rest of the space here, because his first instinct will be come and harass this one right after he realizes that one's protected. And then we go right back to creating more mining units. So it's speed and adaptivity, being able to adjust, being able to keep things moving. Great. So he's upgrading his units, which is good because we expected him to come ground. Fell right into our beautiful trap. Let's get more queens. And again, he wiped us out on the resources. So he did a great job coming in there with that offensive attack. But he's burning through people. He's not treating his staff well because he's letting them die. And our queens are motivated. So we're going to upgrade our air units. We'll throw a little upgrade on our ground units. I have a feeling we'll use more of these hydralisks throughout the game to protect. And I'm going to stay away from those, but I may upgrade my roaches. They're a nice defensive unit. And let's get ground ability. All right, so back to real estate. How does this all make sense? See how we've got our people working, with the businesses running, but if you don't keep expanding your business, if you don't keep taking on new ground, you'll end up running out of resources, which is what I'm hoping he'll end up running into. See, I got some clarity on what he's doing here. So it's time to go and send a little offensive, just a little reminder of who we are and what we got going. So we're going to go attack this base. We're probably going to lose a lot of our people, but if I build a Nidalisk fast, I can pull them back. And now we're going to want some nice defense units. We'll keep those going. So we're sending the army, really just because I want this space. And as a real estate investor, I told you, I try to not take up other people's buildings, but he's expanding too fast. I want to just make sure we slow that down a little bit. He's not going to like this. It's not fun that he went and took all the time to build this. I feel bad, but if I let him expand, he's going to end up coming over here and taking me out. So sometimes you got to do things you don't want to do in business because you don't want to give the enemy that advantage. So we're going to pull our people back. That's all I came out for. Just cause a little distraction. I'll probably come over here just to set up a nice attack. Set up a nice little post. Let's get some defensive units again. Excellent. So now here we go with another base, a forward base. Constantly keeping people housed. So he's not here at this location. Cool. Let's just make sure he's not over here either. All right, so we're going to take them out. And we're going to bring them over here. Nice and close. He won't have defended this backside typically. So this is where we're going to start our harass. Send some units on this back end. We're going to send some more little ground defenders to protect my position. But I think, we may just send we may just come in and clean the space right out. We've got the ability. And that may be too forward of a movement, but we'll see in a second. So he's staying in his main 2 bases. Man, I got a coaching call in a few minutes, so I'm gonna have to clean this up quick. I think for the sake of speeding up the game, we may just come in here and wipe him out. Go after his drones, hit him where it hurts, take out his employees. Now, I know getting onto his base is going to be tough work, so just got to be careful with what he's created over here. There we go. So we want to pull back until the cavalry arrives. So we're going to move this base over and create a forward attack. There we go. So he's actually adjusting some of his play, which is cool. So we just found out he's got another base right there, but not well defended. He's just spreading for the sake of spreading. And here we go. We'll lay down a little siege. Okay, so he's been prepared for us. He's ready for that. So we'll just come after him over here. So when they go air, you got to go air. You got no choice. Follow the leader. And let's make sure our bases are expanding. All right, we need more overlords. But we got an extra guy here. We'll put you there. Hopefully this gives him some pain. Real estate and Starcraft, it's like you got to be obsessed with winning. You got to be a little fast, and you got to know your enemy's weakness. And it looks like right now they just expanded too fast, moved a little too quick for what they were capable of doing. So we're going to keep upgrading the ground air units, building some more air units, protecting ourselves over here. And now that we got this Nidus, we can create a nice little base for ourselves. Yeah, there he goes. Knew he was coming with him. Couldn't help himself, so let's go air. Let's attack. And for him, we're going to just come right past those. All right. So time to go after his main base now. We want to get all these ground units out of here. Get them into the Nidus. Yep, get everybody in here. And we're going to expand out. So he may take us. We'll see. It looks like he's attempting to build an army. I mean, he got the army off, which is nice, but I took out his base, which is probably a pain for him. And we'll build ourselves a nice little defensive line. And then hit him with some infinite units. All right, you know what? You can't always win in this game. Sometimes the enemy is just too strong, too well prepared. I'll try a little pincer formation, see if we can defend ourselves, pull back a little. Oh, we still got a chance. No, there isn't much of a chance. Well, there it is, right? Real estate in StarCraft. Sometimes you can't beat the enemy that was better prepared. So I'll send all of our units in and wipe them out with whatever we have left. And I coulda, shoulda, woulda gone after him a little earlier while he was taking my base out, kind of suicide approach, but you think of these things afterwards. These guys can attack buildings, so maybe if I do it right, I can go after some of his sensitive units back here. He needs the resources, so we're shutting him off here. And these will bring over, but he's got his forces moving into us, so it's just a matter of time. We'll bury him, and we'll see what we can lay waste. I have to destroy some of these units before he gets them built. I'd say it was a good game. He's still got some creep. I can come over here and maybe drop one of these before he kills me. Nope. Lesson learned. Make sure you pay attention to what your enemy is doing, and it's not all fun and games. Sometimes it's war out there. Sometimes you win. Sometimes you lose. Learn from your mistakes. I took a little too long. I was playing the game and talking and narrating. Normally, I play much faster. But the idea is that in real estate, you need land. You need access to resources. You can't go out and attack everybody. It makes more sense to just hold your ground, build your resources, maximize what you're doing. If this video was fun, shoot me a text, hit a comment below. Thank you for watching, and check out the Alchemist Nation podcast, where I interview real estate investors from all across the country. Go to iTunes, hit a review on the podcast. That's Alchemist Nation Podcast on iTunes. Check it out. My name is Gualter Morello. You can go to gualtermorello.com or alchemistnation.com and learn more about real estate. I promise I'm a much better investor than I am at StarCraft. Cheers to your success. When you have a choice, always work with the best.